नमस्कार. वी आर डिस्कसिंग अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जजमेंट, रादर एक और लैंडमार्क जजमेंट जो गुजरात हाई कोर्ट की तरफ से आया है. मटेरियल रिसाइकलिंग एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया. मुद्दा यहाँ पर बहुत रेलेवेंट है, जो बहुत सारे एक्सपोर्टर्स फेस कर रहे हैं कि वो उनको इंटरमीडियरी क्लासीफाई किया जाए या नहीं किया जाए. यहाँ पर इंटरमीडियरी की जब हम बात करते हैं, देयर आर टू नेचर ऑफ थॉट्स. फर्स्ट इज कि व्हाट इज़ एन इंटरमीडियरी, व्हाट इज़ द नेचर ऑफ सर्विस एन इंटरमीडियरी रेंडर्स. वो क्या सर्विस देता है, क्या एक पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी को इंटरमीडियरी कहना चाहिए, दैट इज़ वन. दूसरा ये कि जो कंडीशंस हैं इंटरमीडियरी की, अगर वो कोई फुलफिल करता है तो क्या उसको एक्सपोर्ट कहना चाहिए. तो एक तो पर से ये हो गया कि एक्टिविटी को ही जज करना कि वेदर इट इज़ एन इंटरमीडियरी सर्विस और नॉट. एक हो गया कि वेदर इट शुड बी क्लासिफाइड एज एन एक्सपोर्ट और नॉट, and what are the conditions to call a service as an intermediary, right? One we are talking nature, another we are talking the conditions. तो जो अभी जजमेंट आया है, that is on the conditions to call a service as an intermediary service. Before we dive into the judgment, मैं important clauses को यहाँ पर डिस्कस कर लेता हूँ. When we say intermediary service, the act, which is IGST Act, it says that where a person renders an intermediary service, the place of supply in that case will be the location of the supplier. Section 13 इसको prescribe करता है. Section 13 subsection 2 clause 8. Let's take an example. I'm a agent, I'm a broker, I'm situated in India. What I'm doing is, there's a party outside India, let's say in US. I am promoting their products, I am getting the customer acquisition, I am facilitating the transactions which that party in US is able to do with its clients in India. That means I'm not doing anything of my own. What I am doing is I am facilitating a transaction between two people. So there are two people to whom I am rendering the services, right? So such service has been classified as a intermediary service. Now the question in this case was that the petitioner, the association, they said that since we are giving these services outside India, मतलब वो लोग क्या कर रहे थे, they were also doing the brokerage service for the goods being sold in India, and they were also doing the marketing and promotion for the parties overseas. तो उन्होंने बोला कि साहब हम तो जो हमारे रेसिपिएंट है दोज आर आउटसाइड इंडिया, और वहाँ से जो हमारे को पैसा आ रहा है दैट इज ऑल्सो इन फॉरेन एक्सचेंज, एंड देयरफॉर इट शुड बी ट्रीटेड एज अ एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ सर्विस एंड नो tax should be levied and we should be eligible to claim the refund. So much so, they also said that levying a tax on an intermediary is ultra vires to the Constitution of India, Article 286. Article 286 कहता है कि साहब Parliament will not levy any tax on the export of service where the services are rendered outside India. This was the petitioner's plea. And then they also went on to say, petitioner ने ये भी बोला कि साहब ऐसा है कि the GST Council has also taken this into consideration, and they have also released a circular 107 which was later on withdrawn, which has led to the confusion on this aspect. And amidst of this confusion, the refund should not be denied to the such persons. He also went on to say that where the exemption has been provided for intermediary services in respect of goods which have been sold or bought outside India itself, then why not the services? There is a inconsistency between these two provisions. Now coming to what the court held, court said that as far as the first plea of the petitioner is concerned, that they are getting the money in the foreign exchange and the recipient is outside India, will not suffice the matter. Why? Because if we go by the definition of an intermediary, and if we go by section 13 subsection 2 clause 8, in which defines the place of supply in case of either of the parties being outside India. In that it says the place of supply in case of intermediary services would be the location of the supplier of services. So court held that there is no point that even if the money is being received in foreign exchange, the place of supply being in India itself, it becomes an intra-state transaction. Intra-state transaction matlab the location of the supplier and the place of supply being within the same state. Henceforth, it will be levied to CGST and SGST. And there is no question at all of whether the foreign exchange is being received or not. It says the place of supply in this case would be in India and therefore leviable to CGST and SGST. Second plea which the petitioner has taken, that these are inconsistent with the as far as the goods are concerned and as far as the services are concerned. The court held that it is a policy matter of the government, and the government has taken a considered decision on this regard, that where the services are being rendered outside India and the person is acting as an intermediary, the place of supply in that case would be India itself, and therefore it will not be treated as export of services. Right. Then the question again which comes up is, what is a intermediary service? यहाँ पर कोर्ट ने कुछ डिफाइन नहीं किया कि इंटरमीडियरी सर्विस बोलते किसको हैं, व्हाट इज एन इंटरमीडियरी सर्विस. हाँ ये ठीक है, कंडीशंस फुलफिल हो रहा है तो आप उसको इंटरमीडिएट बनाएंगे या नहीं बनाएंगे, दैट इज अ सेपरेट स्टोरी. अब यहाँ पर एक एग्जांपल लेता हूँ. लेट्स सपोजिटली देयर इज अ सब्सिडरी कंपनी ऑफ अ holding company which is situated in US, and that subsidiary company is rendering the IT services or any management consultancy services. The departments at this point of time are also classifying them as the intermediary service. यहाँ पर इस केस के अंदर petitioner ने एक plea लिया था जिसके ऊपर कोर्ट साइलेंट रहा. Petitioner said that there is a need to amplify the definition of on its own. जब हम इंटरमीडियरी की बात करते हैं वहां पे लिखता है कि साहब अगर आप यू आर रेंडरिंग एनी सर्विसेज ऑन इट्स ओन अकाउंट, इट विल नॉट बी ट्रीटेड एज इंटरमीडियरी. बट व्हाट इज ऑन इट्स ओन अकाउंट इज येट टू बी एम्पलीफाइड. वी डोंट नो द मीनिंग ऑफ इट, एंड दैट्स वेयर द कंफ्यूजन लाइज. Petitioner took that plea in the hearing, but the court was silent on it. We yet have to wait to understand the meaning of on its own account in respect of an intermediary. So the point per se is that we as of now we are now clear with the conditions of intermediary. It is clear that even if you are receiving the consideration in foreign exchange, even if the recipient is outside India, then also you can be classified as a intermediary, because the services which you are rendering, the place of supply in that becomes India itself, and therefore it will be leviable to CGST and SGST. Therefore this judgment is a very, very important judgment, and I would consider it as a landmark as far as the export of services are concerned. For such analysis and understanding of the latest case laws decided by various courts, advanced rulings, Supreme Court, you can subscribe to our channel, and we will strive to bring the latest updates on the case laws so that you remain updated on the GST front, and you can advise your clients, or if you are in industry, you can take the positions according to the judicial framework. Please do not forget to subscribe our channel. Looking forward to your subscription, and if you have any queries, you can write it down on the channel itself. Thank you.